Good evening, Postal family. How's everybody doing? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this Saturday evening? Well, I want to turn back a little bit time. I thought I'd do my original, I wouldn't call it old school, but original school type of video where I'm kind of like a reporter on here at home. Usually my videos recently, past few weeks, have been, in my car. So I thought I'd, once in a while alternate. So I'm back to my original self in this video. Anyways, what I'm talking about is the $9 billion loss our Postal Service reported, as a matter of fact, yesterday. So I want to get into that article, see what's going on, what's going to happen with Mr. Steiner as he takes over this challenge. Well, he did, but he just talking about reforms needed. So that's where we're at. Anyway, if it's your first time to my channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for all the support. You all keep giving me the hype button. Press the hype button. It's free. It takes a second. Keep giving me the thumbs up. Thanks everybody for all the support. Everything I say on here is from my views, my research, my experience. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Post Office in any of my videos. So again, thanks so much for all the comments, all the support you all give me. Keep the comments coming. I love reading them. Different aspects of the job you guys share, different views. A lot of seniors recently telling me, different things. What can happen with the negotiations of our Mr. Renfro's going through, and what to expect, all that good stuff. So I love comments, guys. Keep them coming. Questions too. If you get a question, shoot it to me. I'll make sure I get you the answer as soon as I can, guys. So let's jump into the article today about what's going on with the $9 billion yearly loss. USPS seeks reforms as it reports $9 billion yearly loss. Washington, November 14, which was yesterday, the USPS said on Friday it was seeking new administrative and legislative reforms as it reported a $9 billion yearly loss. I believe this is back-to-back years. Last year was identical. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. $9 billion loss was reported last year as well. Down slightly from the prior fiscal year results. It's a little bit less. Okay, we went up a little bit in the progress. So new Postmaster General David Steiner said USPS must be more efficient and that still has a significant systematic annual revenue and cost imbalance, he added. We all know where the imbalance is. To correct our financial imbalances, we must explore new revenue opportunities and public policy changes to improve our business model. All the good things he has to say as the Postmaster General, all the right things, just like DeJoy used to say. So it's different with this guy, but we'll see. I think the end result is going to be same. It's going to be asking government for help. USPS, which lost $9.5 billion in the prior year, has lost more than, get this, $100 billion since 2007. Let me rephrase that. I didn't say million with the M. I said billion with the B since 2007. Despite significant restructuring and legislative reforms, the U.S. Congress in 2022 provided the Postal Service with about $50 billion in financial relief over a decade. USPS is seeking reforms including changes to retiree pension benefit funding rules, diversification of pension assets, raising the statutory debt ceiling, and workers' compensation administration reform. In other words, he's just asking Congress for help again. There's no other way, these reforms. There's always government bailouts. I kind of had a feeling, when's the next bailout gonna come? I was looking at all the news for well over a year now, and all that scandal with the DeJoy quitting. bailing out of this mess, and then this guy here taking over. I knew that there was a bailout sooner or later. It's coming. USPS seeks to raise prices. Separately, USPS on Friday proposed raising prices for various products, not including first-class mail. This is just, he's talking about raising the priority mail just in time for the peak season. So, in February, Republican President, tremendous loser for this country, called USPS a tremendous loser. He said he was considering merging the Postal Service. We already know that with the Commerce Department, they talked about privatizing. Under White House pressure, the previous USPS chief, Louis DeJoy, resigned, got his ass out of there in March. He was one of many officials forced out under the current president. DeJoy led efforts to drastically restructure the money-losing USPS for nearly 5 years, including cutting forecast cumulative losses over a decade to $80 billion from $160 billion. Mail volumes fell 5% in 12 months, ending September 30th to the lowest level since 1967. So basically, other things it discusses what's going on, the percentages. USPS, an agency with 635,000 employees, reduces workforce by 10,000 workers this year through voluntary retirement program. So that's that. Our new Postmaster General, Mr. Steiner, asking government help. In other words, reform. He's asking government to intervene, like always they have. They gave us $50 billion in this article, what it says last time. So it's just, any way you look at it, post office, unfortunately, with the mail volumes going down, you don't know what next year, fiscal year brings. These losses will continue. The mail volume is not going to increase anytime soon. There's a lot of haters too in the comments, man. I wouldn't say haters, but everybody has their opinion. I respect it. I wouldn't call you, that's just, I'm not a fan of calling somebody a hater. That you took your time to put a comment in, whether or not I dislike it or like it, that's different, but a lot of people saying USPS is a waste of this, and I see where they're coming from, it's a total waste, it needs to be shut down, this and this. But I just mentioned how many it employs. 635,000 people are employed with the post office. Now, when you say just shut it down, that's, how many lives you're affecting. So I would suggest thinking a little bit before, putting a comment in like that. Just USPS is this and that, blah, 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 bad names, shut it down. There's a lot of people employed here and depend on the post office. So, I respect all your comments. Thanks so much, So as far as this article, that's just what Steiner was saying, seeks reforms. It reports $9 billion fiscal year loss. And we'll see how the government will respond with any kind of help they offer. They've already said that, under this current president, that there was not going to be help no more for the post office, if I'm not mistaken, a few years ago when the new president had come in. So I don't know how that's going to take shape. I'll keep tabs on it, all the news, what goes on with Steiner and the government when they respond. So in other things, personal matter, my station manager is retiring, as a lot of seniors are in my station. So kind of, I've spent my whole time with her, so was kind of little bit on the, just a tad bit on the emotion side. You get attached to, especially your manager. Doesn't matter how they are, you get attached to their working style, their expectations, and then, of course they did their time, 30, 40, whatever years, and, it's time for them to retire. Now you gotta start over with a new manager, so yay me. We'll make it through, whoever replaces her. So, but we were just wishing her the best. Always, retirement is good. We want to send off people on retirement on a good note. They've done their time, dedication to the post office, many decades, and now they'll enjoy retirement. So a lot of my coworkers, seniors as well, one by one are retiring. So we want to they'll be dearly missed, as we all know. But time, we gotta go on. New folks end up taking their routes, obviously, and life goes on. Another person on that route delivering the mail, another manager on that floor controlling the people, managing the place. So we want to keep it on the positive note. So anyways, hope everybody's doing good. Just want to report on this article, my original style, sitting at home on the computer, and I want to come back to this once in a while. So hope everybody's doing good, and I guess all's well. Couple of weeks until Thanksgiving break, and then at the end of the month, the last week of this month, as you know, the penalty time goes away. As I've said in several videos, why that happens is beyond my mind. So the deal was made long before I even thought about joining the post office. So it's beyond my understanding how this happens, that what kind of deal was made. So it doesn't, of course, nothing makes sense. The hardest time of the year, packages, the hardest, most physical. We have to work. It takes a lot of physicality. It's not easy with those packages, and many of them during peak season, all the gifts. But then at the end of the day, how they thank us is they take the V time away from last week of November to the end of peak, the last second last week of December, right before Christmas. So that it's a great thing, happens annually. Carriers, we can complain all we want. It ain't changing anywhere. So the president, the NALC president, doesn't think they cannot do anything about it. So that's basically whoever the new president gonna be. This deal was made long before any of them. So I think it's gonna continue. I don't know which powers can change it, or why they would want to change it, and it's just beyond me. I don't get it. This subject, along with a few others, really pisses me off because it doesn't make no sense. So no other craft sees this during this time of the year. You don't tell the clerks, their overtime rate is dropped a certain time of the year. Management, of course, they keep getting more bonuses during this time. But the carriers, the front line, we get to deal with the minus. So we're working hard, all the packages, late hours, late at night, we'll take the V time away. How does that make any sense? I know some of y'all will comment this thing happened, this deal was made long before, but I'm just saying, from a carrier point of view, it doesn't make any sense at all by any means. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Keep them comments coming, what you all think. Any suggestions are welcome, and any news that you run into, please share with me, and that I haven't heard yet. So that would be appreciated. Anyway, take care, guys. MailmanSyed out.